Hi guys, Mousley here. I'm sure you're wondering, Mousley, where the hell have you been, Loca? Well, I'll tell you where I've been. Home. Actually, that's a lie. I've not entirely been home. Let me come around and talk to you. I've been out. Just out. Burned out. Out of the house. Out of town. I've been everywhere. Went to the beach. Spent about a week at the beach with one of my childhood best friends. And had a weird experience. I will be going into more detail on that later. I got chickens. I mean, it's been a month since we've had them, but I bought baby chickens. I'll bring you over there to go see them too. Because, you know, you're my friends, your family. So, dealing with Varian, as always. Dealing with mental issues. It's not funny. It is funny, but it's not funny. If you know, you know. Anyway. How have you been? Let's get that out of the way. How have you been? Because it's been a month or more since I've seen you, since I've talked to you. It's been a bit. I've wanted to record videos, and every time I do, I'm like, no. So today I'm just sitting down and I'm saying, hey, we're gonna do it. Come along, let us go. We will go see the chicharrones. We have 6 of them. I got them from Tractor Supply. I don't know their breeds, so don't ask me, because I forgot that the second I brought them home. But let me put this down. Where's the flipperoo? Oh my gosh, how do I flip it around? Uh-oh. Well, we're just gonna do it like this. Can you see? Those are the babies. You probably can't see all of them, but cheers! Chicka. Varian really likes to herd them. I mean, he is a shepherd, so I gotta move their house over later, but it is too damn hot to be doing that right now, so I will not be doing that right now. Yeah, I'm starting the day off with, I'm not starting the day off, it's like 1 in the afternoon, but this video is gonna be chaotic. I've discovered a plant in the backyard. It's native to the southeast region of America, which is where I am from. North Carolina, represent. I'm not gonna go out in the sun, and I can't turn my camera around for some reason, but it's that, all the way over there. Can you see? No, you cannot. Oh my god, the light. Well, damn it, we're gonna have to go into the sunlight anyway, and I'm about to get washed out as hell. Well, let's go on a little adventure, shall we? Da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum. Anyway, this is the plant. It's dog fennel. And apparently it can be used to, like, treat bug bites or something. Don't quote me on that. I was doing some, like, little Google searches, and that's what it said. And I did try to infuse it with some rubbing alcohol to try and, like, ward away mosquitoes. That didn't really work. I mean, it worked, but not, like, super effective, because my ankles are chopped. Those are the true ankle biters. Yep. But anyway, I hope that you've been doing good. I've been, like I said, around. Let me set you back up here, my friend, so that you can see me. See me? Ding ding. But anyway, beach. The beach was good. We went down to, give me a second. You know what? I'm not going to tell you because I don't know. I don't know what we went to. All I know is that it was a beach that I've never been to before. And, cause normally we go to Wilmington / Curie / Carolina Beach. But her family went somewhere else, which again, I can't tell you because I just don't remember apparently. But anyway, I had a really weird experience. I had my first ever experience with sleep paralysis while we were down there. It was very weird. I've never experienced that before, and I remember it was a dream, or at least, okay, it was like an onion. It had layers. So I was asleep, but I remember I felt like I woke up in the room, and there were arms around my torso, like this, like someone was behind me. And I remember looking behind me like this, and I was like, who is that? Because the arms were big, muscly, and tan, which is not what my partner's arms look like. And so when I looked behind me, the face looked like my partner, but not, if that makes sense. It wasn't quite right. And so I was like, what's going on? But then I kind of relaxed and I was like, oh well, maybe it's just my partner. And I for real thought that this was real, even though I knew I had only been there with my friend Allie. So I like kind of relaxed into the arms and I kind of cuddled up to the figure. And then I was like, wait a second, you're not my Jay. You're not my Jay. And I said that. I repeated that 3 times. And the thing, which had been behind me, moved to the side of me and was like kneeling beside my bed. So I'm laying down and it kneels beside my bed. There was a little nightstand with a lamp. The lamp was off, mind you, when we went to bed. But in my dream, it was on and it flickered. And the thing's face changed. It looked like a gray, pale skin color. It had sharp ears, all black eyes, and like kind of like a faint mustache here. And it looked male, it looked masculine, but its face just instantly changed. And I was like, oh no. And I remember I was trying to move, but I could not move at all. Meanwhile, I'm not awake. I mean, I think that I'm awake. I think that I'm awake, but I'm not. I can't move at all. So, something, kind of forgot the details. But I fought this thing. Like, when I got my body to move, I like brawled this thing and got it out the house. What just hit me? Okay, whatever. Anyway, but I got it out the house and we exchanged some words of like, fuck you, and the thing was like, you want to? It's weird to say it out loud, but it was very scary when it happened. I mean, it's kind of funny to think back on now, but it was very scary when it happened too. But yeah, and then it was like, so I had been outside the house. It was like my body, like, whoosh. Meanwhile, again, I thought that I was awake. I felt myself being pulled back into my body, and I woke up in the exact same position, in the exact same, like, lighting and everything that I saw the room in when I first woke up in that thing's arms. Which shouldn't have been possible, because judging from when I had been asleep, because I had woken up from a previous dream, a previous nightmare, before the sleep paralysis. And when I woke up, it was about 3:30, 4 in the morning. The sun had not yet been up. And when I woke up again, it was 7 o'clock in the morning. So the sunlight and the way that the room was, it wasn't possible. Because when I woke up in the dream, it would have been earlier. I don't know if I'm making sense. It's a whole bunch of wibbly wobbly timey wimey nonsense. But yeah. So it's been a doozy. But to update you, I have started working with water. Let's talk about that. So, if you remember, I think in some of my other videos, I mentioned how I would go up to the field and dance. Oh, last night, I lost my earbud up there in the field. It's gone. I've looked. But anyway, forget about that. Dancing in the field, and I was conjuring rain for our region because we had been going through a really bad drought. And so every night I would go out there with the intent to dance to bring on the rain. So for like 2 weeks, we had like rain, like straight. Go down to the beach. It rains down there too. Because I danced on the beach. I wasn't expecting to bring anything in, but it happened. But I had just a weird feeling. It was a beach I wasn't familiar with. And I had this really weird feeling. It was almost like the things in the area were like, who are you? You're aware of us. Who are you? You're not supposed to be here, is what it felt like. But not in a way like you're not welcome here. It's just this isn't your home. That's what it felt like. Very strange. Very strange. Because I've never really experienced that everywhere I've gone. I've never experienced that before, but it was very, very strange. I got really bad sunburned. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about water. Speaking of water and the beach and everything, I had been, I felt really connected, or like, I don't know, I kept seeing a lot of stuff on, I think it's pronounced Ron. Don't come at me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm not trying to. But I think it's pronounced Ron. The Norse goddess of the sea, or well, I don't know how to explain like what her domain is, but basically she rules in the sea, and she's married to Aegir, who's like a Jotun of hosting, is what a lot of people associate him with, because he would host for the gods. But anyway, I felt really called to like her. And I remember this one night I went down to the beach by myself, and I had been reading a book that was talking about the ninth wave. Basically in Norse mythos, it was believed that the ninth wave carried healing properties. So I went down to the beach, and I was talking to just the energy of the ocean, talking to Ron if she was listening, and I had a giant plastic water bottle from earlier in the week when we first came down. We stopped at Sheets, and I grabbed a giant water bottle to carry me over through the trip. Yada yada. Anyway, go down to the beach, and I start counting. 1, 2, as the waves come rolling in. When I get to number 9, it's the largest wave, so I knew it was significant. It was the largest wave, and I bent down. Now, in my left hand, I have the cap of the bottle. In my right hand, I have a death grip, mind you. I have a death grip on this bottle. Death grip. You can't see it because it's not, that ceramic is not plastic, so you can't see that I have a death grip on it, but I have it, all right? I put the bottle down in the water, sucks it immediately out of my hand. And I start freaking out. I've got the cap, mind you, the small little plastic thing. It's not gone, but the bottle is gone. And there's this family up above. Of course, somebody decides to come out to the beach at night when I want to be out there. And I'm like, damn, what am I gonna do? I just littered the beach when I'm trying not to. I'm trying to just be spiritual. So I'm freaking out. I'm pacing up and down like the little area I'd been in, and I was like, please send it back to me. Please send it back to me. And I was calling out to this goddess, and I was like, please, just, I don't want to litter. It washes up to my feet. Mind you, it had been about a minute at most, maybe 2, I don't know. But I thought it was gone. And I feel something hit against my ankle, and I'm like, what is this? Bend down, boom, I see it in the faint moonlight. It's the bottle, the giant bottle. And it had, wouldn't you know, the perfect amount of water in it. It was just a little bit. But when I got home and I exchanged the water, I have this old, well, it's not old, but I had this like maple syrup glass bottle. Fits perfectly in there. So it was the perfect amount. And I was like, thank you. And I have my little LED poi balls. And so I just went out on the beach and danced for the ocean after that, because I was like, I think it's time for me to go and take my booty in. But as a thank you, here you go. A light show. Yep. So it's been interesting. Then I came back from the beach and I went to, there's a local little like metaphysical shop near me, and I went there and things just started popping out at me. I had this calling to go there, but I didn't have anything in mind that I wanted to personally buy. I was just like, I just want to go. I just want to look. Start walking around. In one of the books, it mentioned the Oracle of Delphi a lot. Well, we go there. Now, I didn't buy it, but they have a box of Oracle of Delphi Oracle cards. And I was like, walk around some more. I find this blue apatite tower that really looks like the Mediterranean Sea, to me at least, because it's got these different layers of blue and like copper in it, or at least a copper color to it. And I don't know, I've been very drawn to the Mediterranean this summer, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this. Then nail polish. I'm wearing it right now. Sorry, my finger is dirty from my son's ball. Been throwing it. But it has crushed lapis lazuli in it. And I was like, oh, that's perfect to, like, you know, work with water, represent water. Round the corner, Jaden spots a book on sea magic. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Pick it up. I mean, why not? It's just something to read, learn about. Why not? So I grab it, turn the corner, and I'm looking at, they have this like section of scarves, and I'm looking at these scarves and I'm like, I want to get one of these. And I've never paid attention to them before. And they had this selection of blue ones, and I was like, okay, this would be a nice like altar cloth. And then that's when I see it. Black scarf, and it's got Chinese dragons on it. And I said, oh, I gotta get this. Now, the reason why is because I've always been drawn towards Chinese dragons. I've just always had like an affinity towards them. Now here's the thing that you need to know and keep in mind, my broskies. Chinese dragons are represented, or well, are associated with, let me change my words, are associated with water and the ocean. A lot of them are depicted, now I don't know specifics, okay, so don't jump down my throat, but a lot of them are associated with living under the sea, having sea palaces, or just being under the water in general, and bringing rain and bringing good fortune and luck and prosperity. So they're very much associated with water. Plus the fact that they are serpentine and they don't have wings, but they use like the flow of the air and stuff. Flow, water, movement. They're just water beings. And I said, I have to get that. It is just so weird, the amount of coincidences that have just been happening lately. I didn't even tell you about how, like, what's today? August 2nd? 3 or 4 months ago, I had this really strong affinity towards pink, specifically anything rose quartz. And I was finding anything rose quartz and a light shade of pink. And then somebody at my job mentioned to me, they were like, I don't remember the specifics of what we were talking about, but they mentioned Aphrodite. And I don't know jack about the Hellenistic pantheon and stuff. And I'm like, huh? Oh, what? No. Because there were too many things that kept popping up. Like, it's one thing to see rose quartz and, you know, be reminded of love or whatever. But it's another thing when your feed starts popping up out of the blue with a bunch of Aphrodite videos and you've never looked that up and you've never been interested in that and you didn't watch any of those except for one, which was after all of these videos had been popping up. Why do the chickens have to start fighting now when I'm trying to talk? Anyway, I'm so tired of them. I am. But anyway, I was just like, no, I don't really want to work with a deity. I haven't been working with deities. I've just been on my own, trying to learn and figure things out. Yada yada. Because they scare me. I'm gonna be honest. And I know some people are like, you just gotta dive in. And I'm like, I'm not diving anywhere, honey. Not right now. Anyway, so yeah, just weird things have been happening to me. Weird spiritual experiences too. I saw, going back to the beach, now of course, you know, healthy amount of skepticism is good, but I had been reading in my, Water Priestess book, because I picked it up. I mean, why not read it? I picked it up and I was like, when I was reading through it, it was talking about sea guides, or like animals of the water coming to be your guide. And I don't know, for some reason I just couldn't stop thinking about sharks. And I had gone down to the water with my friend Allie and her brother. And as the sun was setting, they were off to the side, and I had been talking to them, and I just felt compelled. I was like, okay, I'm gonna look over here. And in the clouds was this giant, and I mean giant, shark in the clouds. The entire time we had been down there, I hadn't seen a shape of the shark in the clouds at all. And I was like, that's really weird. That's a really weird coincidence. Am I just a Lulu? That's the thing with me. Even though I'm spiritual, a lot of the times I'm like, oh, I'm just crazy. I'm just making it up. But the weird thing about that was, okay, now keep this in mind. So I had been drawn to Ron, remember? She is associated with gold, okay? Keep that in mind. I was thinking of sharks. Water guides, sharks. Keep that in mind. I've been attracted to the color blue lately. Keep that in mind. The next day, we go into town. Now, I don't remember the name of the town, but we went to town. And I was looking around, like, some of the gift shops and stuff. and I found the shark tooth necklace. It's gray, the shark tooth is, and the actual necklace part is gold. It's gold colored. It's not, I don't think it's actually like 18K or something like that, but it's gold. And it has, now I don't know what the stone is, but it has like a blue-green stone above the shark tooth. And I said, oh, that's weird. That's suspicious. I'm gonna get that. And so I did. And I've been wearing it I'm not wearing it right now because I took a shower earlier, but what the hell is falling on me? What is happening? What is happening? What is that? I don't know what it is, but something. Anyway, this video is just chaotic. It wouldn't be Mousley Blackheart if there's not something going on. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to kind of info dump, give you an update to my lore per se, and I also wanted to be more open about my spirituality. I've been getting a lot of recommendations of smaller YouTube channels than the ones that I normally watch, and are those acorns that are falling? Focus. What are you talking about? Small channels, okay. Smaller channels that are talking about their spirituality and their practice of witchcraft and stuff. And so I just wanted to, you know, come out here and start being honest. Who I am, what I do. And if you don't like it, that's okay. Go on someone else's channel. But this is me. This is who I am, what I believe. I believe in everything. Maybe I should do a Q&A. Maybe I should set up an Instagram and do that. I don't know. This is just my little blabber diary that everybody else and their mama can read. Cameo. He wants me to throw his ball again. And then I'm gonna go inside because I'm getting eat up by skeeters. Anyway, this has been my little ramblings of life as a Blackheart. Good day, good night, good whatever. I hope that you have a wonderful day today or tomorrow or whenever you want it, need it. I'm getting eat up out here. So I'm gonna go inside. Bye. Love ya.